Single family home investing, why it is one of the easiest ways to grow wealth. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So single family investing, we're talking about a home, a townhome, a row home. What we're not talking about is duplex, threeplex, fourplex, although those are typically lumped into single family houses if you're getting an FHA or a VA loan. Single family home investing is simple. It's simple for a few reasons. One, it's very easy to find a single family house. You can find one on the MLS, you can do off-market properties, you can talk to a neighbor, whatever the case is. There are lots of single family houses out there. There's a lot more single family houses than there are commercial or apartment complexes or anything else like that. They're all over, okay? So they're everywhere. Number two reason why they're simple is getting financing is relatively easy. It's even easier now than when I got started 24 years ago. And that's because of DSCR, debt service coverage ratio loans, where they just care about the income. They don't care about your income. They care about the income from the property, which makes it so much easier. But even if you are getting like a traditional loan, they're relatively easy to get and not complicated. You don't have to have experience and all these other things you may have when you're dealing with other types of real estate investments. The next thing we'll talk about is repairs. Repairs on a single family house are fairly straightforward and fairly affordable. The average price of repairing a house is somewhere between 0.2% to 1% or 0.8%, depending upon the year of the house, based upon the value. So if the house is $350,000 at 0.2%, you're talking about $700 a month, $700 a year in repairs. And on the high end, if it was built in the 60s, you're somewhere around $3,500 a year. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to spend it all in that year. When you average it out over a 10-year period, it would be that $3,500, but you may have some years where you spend a couple hundred, some years where you spend a couple thousand, but over the average, that's what you're looking at. The other thing that's really nice about single family properties is management is a lot simpler than having to manage a whole apartment complex or having to manage a commercial property, which tenants come and go all the time, and they can sit vacant for years. Okay, next, single family homes are the best investment because it is proven. There have been so many millionaires made. They say the two causes of millionaires is business or real estate. And so you can do real estate, and that leads me to my third point is it's not a full-time job. You can buy real estate while you have a full-time job. You can build passive income on the side and grow your wealth with very minimal time while still working a full-time job and keeping all the benefits and keeping food on the table for the family and insurance and everything else like that, which is actually what I recommend for most people. Number four, you're helping the community. The way that I like to manage single family houses is I like to rent my property for a little bit less than market rents. I'm doing that to attract the best tenants that are going to take great care of my property. And I'm also doing that to keep that tenant in there for a very long duration. I learned early on that one of the most expensive parts of real estate is tenant turnover, because you may have to do some repairs to the property, at least some cleanup. You're going to not have someone in there for a month or two during the cleanup, and you're going to have it vacant when somebody's showing it, and those become issues. Now, there's lots of workarounds. I can tell you more about that in some other videos. Hit the subscribe key if that's something that you're interested in. So it helps the community by under renting the property, and it helps me because they stay longer. So in essence, it's a win-win for everyone, and it provides affordable housing. Number five, one of the things I really like about single family home investing, unlike other investment types, is I can get a 30-year fixed loan. That 30-year fix means the loan is a fixed interest rate for 30 full years until it's actually paid off. However, if interest rates go down, I can refinance to that lower amount of interest that's being paid and reduce my payments. But I can do that at any time if I get the right loan on the property, which is what I recommend. The other thing, and we've got to jump over here to our website. This is monthly rents historical from 1940 to 2021. You can see that the monthly rents have just skyrocketed for a median house just skyrocketed. The other thing you can note is between 2008, the worst real estate crisis ever of all time, you can actually see that rents actually went up during that time, not down. So that's another great reason why single family houses are such a great investment. Another thing to look at here is house prices. Okay. This is a graph of median house price over time. 1965, median house price was $20,000. As of 2024 Q2, it was $412,000. So just think, if you would have bought this house, I don't know, in one of these anytime, let's say you would have bought the house here at 153 and now that same house is worth 412, or if you would have bought it here at 223 and now it's worth 412, or I mean, even if you just would have bought it 4 years ago at 329 and now it's worth 429. People worry too much about these ups and downs. If you look at the worst real estate crash of all time, okay, the peak 257 and the low was 208. So 257 to 208, you're talking about 20% decline. And as long as you can make the payments and keep it rented, which historically we can keep those rented even during those very difficult times, then you see it come up really quickly back to where it was and even beyond. History shows that time and time again. So rents continue to go up, which brings in more cash flow for me. And yes, over time I will increase the rents, but I'm always going to be less than the market, which is how I help the community and have affordable housing. The reason for that is I want to keep great tenants for a long time, and I want to be very picky about the tenants that I rent to. I want someone who's going to take care of my $500,000 investment. And so to do that, I put lower rents. So in a couple of years, I'm saying, hey guys, it's time to raise some rents. I can go to my tenants and say, go look and see what's out there and come back to me. And you tell me what you think the rent should be changed to based upon the market. You guys go look at it. Send me the properties that you look at. Let me know what you think and make a recommendation. So then they come back to me and say, man, we looked at everything and the cheapest thing we can find is $500 more than we're paying. And I'll say, okay, well, what if we do 400? And they're like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm helping out the community. So I think that single family home investing is the best investment vehicle because of the simplicity of finding, getting a loan, repairs, managing, as well as helping the community and seeing the debt pay down, seeing rents go up, and seeing values go up. And those values are going up whether you're working on the property or if it's just being rented.